The most important, I think, is not making your CV too long. Clients generally like to look at 2 pages, and then beyond that they kind of lose interest. So always make sure that your CV is 2 to 3 pages max. Another important factor is putting your current employer at the top of your CV. Candidates like to put oldest at the top, going down to the most present at the bottom, and that can really confuse clients when looking at their CV. Another very important factor when writing your CV and putting your CV together is really checking and rechecking spelling and grammar. Take time in writing your CV, because this is where the client's going to really get to know you before an actual interview process. So yeah, taking time in writing your CV and checking, and even if you have someone else that can check your CV before you send it, that's very, very important. I really enjoy reading a good cover letter. It's where you can get to know a candidate before you open the actual CV. It's where a candidate can speak about their personality, where their passions lie, and also where they want their career to go. So yeah, a cover letter is always a very good introduction to the CV, and yeah, it really can express your interests and where you want to be in life and a little bit more about yourself. But try not to get too personal in writing your cover letter. A client doesn't want to know too much about your personal life and where you grew up and if you have a boyfriend, and so not too much. I'd say probably half a page. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts when it comes to interviews. I think one of the worst traits is being late for an interview. It really puts a client off from the very beginning. Regardless of your experience and personality, it can really just dampen your chances. So make sure that you have at least 15 minutes pre-interview in case of parking issues or weather, or if you need the bathroom. So always make sure that you've got 15 minutes before. Also make sure that you have researched the company extensively, done over and above normal just looking at a company's website. You can use social media and various other different social media, websites and stuff like that. Another thing is also researching on the person that's going to be interviewing you. I think that's very important, and it also can be charming, and it can really make them like you. Okay, so following up after an interview, what's very, very important, and a lot of candidates or people don't do, is thank the client for their time. Just sending a simple, short message saying thank you for your time, and I'm really interested in the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon. It just shows your interest and shows your passion. So yeah, just a short little thank you following up after the interview. A problem sometimes is when candidates don't hear back after 48 hours and they just leave it. It's good to follow up with the client and get a yes or no, and good to get feedback from the client whether you didn't get the job. It just helps you in the future with future interviews, and you can fix your mistakes.